चेयरमैन सर को मेरा प्रणाम। ये पेपर हम दोनों का है, डॉक्टर विनय बर्मन और एस के रियाजुल मैं हूँ। हम दोनों वेस्ट बंगाल से आए हैं, तो हम अवैस जी का बहुत बहुत आभार प्रकट करते हैं उनके प्रति, क्योंकि उन्होंने हमको ये मौका दिया आप सबके सामने एक इस पेपर को प्रेजेंट करने के लिए। तो पेपर हम इंग्लिश में ही पढ़ेंगे। तो पेपर का टाइटल है कामता कुचबिहार स्टेट। Title of our paper is Kamata-Kuchbehar State and Rajasthan, a historical review. In the northern part of present Bengal, contradictory ideas have been prevalent about how the Kamata kingdom was established as a separate state or territory, or which state was the first state to rule independently. Nevertheless, from the historical point of view, the state of Kamata was neither under the Kamrupa or under Gowda. According to a group of historians, the kingdom of Kamata was found in Gosanmari and the rulers are the kings of Hena dynasty. But this information is probably wrong. According to Sailen Devnath, the kingdom of Kamata originated after the death of Bhaskar Barman. During the time, a free and powerful king of Western Kamrupa was known as Sangaldipa, who was never the ruler of Kamrupa. Sangaldipa probably belonged to the lower part of Bhutan. The Brahmaputra Valley was able to establish its right on the valley, which is now the northernmost part of North Bengal and eastern border of Nepal. This region became known as Kamta or Kamta Bhukti or Kamta Desh. If Sangaldipa would be the ruler of Kamrupa, the question of his fight with Kamrupa ruler would not have been arisen. However, some says the Sangaldipa was the ruler of Sangaldip of Punjab. He invaded Kamrupa. Now, because of time, I'm skipping some pages. Now, I'm going to say the relationship between Kamata-Kuchbehar and Rajasthan. Rajasthan and Kamata-Kuchbehar exist in the two opposite pole of geographical situations of Indian subcontinent. Yet they have some common features, being in common sub-geographical phenomena not yet been discussed on. Rajasthan or Rajasthan derives from the Persian term Raja and Sthan or Sthan. So it is the land of the Rajas. Rajputana derived from the term Rajput, and then it became Rajasthan in the 19th century. But the early or the ancient history of Rajasthan is important to note about the Aryanization of Indian subcontinent. Rajasthan comprised the part of the Hindu Valley civilizations and also the part of Saraswati civilization. So, the present state of Rajasthan is very important as regard the study of early Vedic and Vedic Aryan civilization. The Matsya kingdom of ages of Mahabharata was in Rajasthan, of which the capital was Biratnagar, was in Jaipur. On the other hand, the Kamata or the Kamata-Kuchbehar state of the eastern part of India in some cases are comparable to Rajasthan. The Rajputas or the Rajas, Satrapas in bracket, were the rulers of Rajasthan, and in Kamata also the Rajabamsis in bracket descendants of the Rajas, the Khatrapas, were the king, and thus also for these reasons Katripura or Kittipur mentioned in the Allahabad pillar inscriptions and identified as Kamata or Kamtapura reasonably may be conjectured as Khatripur or land of Satris. Rajasthan is near the Saraswati civilizations and was also the part of Indus Valley civilization. See, the Kamata, which is the residue of ancient Vedic civilization Boda, was connected with Janakpura of the then Mithila kingdom of North Bihar. The Silk Route of Lhasa connects with these early civilizations along the Trisota River through the Nithula Pass of Gandoge, in bracket Gangtok. Another route from Lhasa connects along the Brahmaputra or Sangpo River to the eastern Kamrupa or Lathua hills of Guwahati. Later this Kamata kingdom came to be known as Kuchbehar kingdom. And now I am going to say something about Kamata kingdoms. And this Kuchbehar kingdom also could resist the Muslim invader. Toward the end of the Kuchbehar kingdom's reign, their there happened a close cultural relations between Rajasthan and Kuchbehar through the marriage of Gayatri Devi of Kuchbehar to Shwaiman Singh of Jaipur in Rajasthan. A large number of Kuchbehari, in bracket Rajbangshi, servants and attendants are still living in Jaipur even after independence. A large number of Rajbangshi people went to Jaipur, Bikaner, Jaisalmer, etc. in Rajasthan for work. It's Rajbangshi peoples. Now, what is the finding of our papers? Thus, from the early times, language of Rajasthan and Kuchbehar bear some resemblance. The Rajasthani language also belong to the Indo-Aryan language family and akin to Indo-Iranian features. Rajasthani language developed from early Vedic and later Sodasini Upper Bhangsha. Sodasini Prakrit was initially Mathura language. It spread towards west and influenced language of Maru and Gujar, in bracket Rajasthan and Gujarat. Later this Maru Gujar differentiate themselves, and thus the language of Rajasthan started to be full-fledged language of Indo-Aryan groups. And Kamata-Kuchbehar language is classical Sanskrit, mostly akin to early Vedic and Indo-Iranian sects, developed from early Vedic and the later from Purva Magadhi Upper Bhangsha, which was related with Maithili and Brajavali. Now we may see some explains of resemblance of Rajasthani and Kamata-Kuchbehar or in bracket Kamata-Puri language. We are preparing on chart, so I'm telling some words. The similarity we got from our field survey. First, I will pronounce Rajasthani term, then the Kamata term, and then its meaning in English. So Dhaula, we got the word in Kamta. It's called Dhaula. In English, its means is white. Athai, in Rajasthani language, in Kamta, we use it echi. It means hair. Jamfal, in Kamta region, it's called jam. In English, guava. Janwai, in Rajasthani term and Kamta term, it's called Janwai. And the meaning is son-in-law. Bais, in Rajasthani term, in Kamta, it also called horse. And in English, it's called buffalo. Barman, in Rajasthani, and Kamta term is Barman, and in English, it's Brahmi. Rajasthani term, Channa, Kamata term, Chan, and the English meaning is cow dung. Cholio, and in Kamata it's called Chola, it means sword. Derani, in Kamata term is Devorani. The English term is wife of husband, younger brother. Gaurya, so Gugura, in the Kamata, it means a small bell and ornament worn around the ankles. Kakadi, in Gaura, Kakadi, Kakodi, and cucumber. Kola, colon, granary. Neen, it means sleep. Ugado, unda, and uncover. Swag, sak, vegetable. Mayor, mav. In English, it's called mother. Babosa, baba. In English, it's bab. And further, Paili, in Kamta, it's called pola. It means earlier. Yes, sir. Okay, sir. It's all called. So we used different type of term. We find out from our field survey in North Bihar, and our North Bengal, Kuchbehar, and Malda districts also. We found so many words we already gave in our paper. So thank you, all of you, for hearing us. Thank you.
The paper is open for any questions, suggestions, queries, observations, anything.
Sir, is this commonality because of the Marwaris who went to do business there? Is it that the language, the words were adopted from the words that the Marwaris brought there? Would it be possible I could find a connect?
Yes, sir.
So it was the outcome of the migration of the Marwadis into West Bengal.
Yes. And matrimonial relationship, I already told that.
The Kuchbehar state date back.
Yes, it was a princeless state before independence.
It was a princely state.
Yes, sir.
But it dates back to what period?
It's a
Kuchbehar state.
Kuchbehar state. When it was formed.
उस पीरियड में कहाँ तक एग्जिस्ट रहा वो कुचबिहार तब फॉर्म हुआ कब तक रहा?
अब सर वो